guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing some swatches and a little review of the Shakespeare collection from My World Sparkles Lacquer. The Shakespeare collection is a collection of 6 Crelly and jelly polishes with lots of glitter and flakies and all kinds of fun stuff. These polishes were sent to me for review, so I'm just going to go through each one of them, tell you a little bit about them, and show you some swatches. So if you would like to see that, then just keep watching. So the first one I'm going to share with you is All That Glistens. This is the black of the collection. It is a black jelly base filled with all kinds of different iridescent shreds, like flakies, but just a little bit bigger. These show pink, purple, blue, and gold depending on how you shift your hand in certain lights. I did 3 coats of All That Glistens, and I only really did 3 coats because with a jelly polish, you know, the more coats that you do, kind of the more depth you get and that squishy look at the end. So it was completely opaque in 2 coats, but I did a 3rd coat just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph. So the glitters all came out very nicely. They laid nice and flat on my nail. I didn't have a problem with any of them sticking up. I didn't have to fish to get any out of there. There's tons in the bottle, and I did add a glossy top coat at the end. Now this one is one that looks a little when you're painting it on your nail. It's just a little flat when you're putting it on your nail. It doesn't look that exciting, but when you add the glossy top coat, all the glitter and stuff really comes to life and just looks really, really pretty and nice and squishy with that jelly finish. Next up we have A Winter's Tale. This is a blue shimmery Crelly. It has blue, 2 different kinds of blue, some black micro glitter. It has a ton of shimmer, white frosty shimmer in the base. So it almost gives off a somewhat metallic vibe because there's a lot of shimmer, but it's not so much shimmer that it's a true metallic. So it doesn't leave any of the brush strokes or anything like that on your nail. It also has some little star glitters in there which are iridescent, and they sort of catch the light just in at different angles and things like that. There aren't a lot of star glitters in the bottle, so they're kind of a surprise when you get one on your nail. All of the other glitters come out perfectly and lay nice and flat on the nail, but just every once in a while you'll grab a star glitter and it's just like, woo, like a little surprise. I did 3 coats of A Winter's Tale, and you could still see some of my visible nail line when we were all said and done with it. But I didn't really mind the visible nail line that was left over because the base is so shimmery and there's so much glitter in it. Visible nail line didn't bother me because it sort of had this very delicate kind of, you know, airy vibe that was just very soft and beautiful. And I know some people really don't care for visible nail line, but in cases like this with A Winter's Tale, it's one that doesn't really bother me. Next up we have Such Sweet Sorrow. This is the other blue of the collection. This one's a brighter, more medium tone blue versus A Winter's Tale, which is a much paler, whiter blue. So Such Sweet Sorrow is a Crelly, and it's got 2 different kinds of flakies. It's got some dark blue flakies, and then it has some lighter iridescent flakies in it as well. This one is another one that I did 3 coats on. It was a little on the sheerer side, but all of the glitter came out nicely. It laid nice and flat on my nail, just like the other ones. I did not have any visible nail line left over with this one, and it just was really, really beautiful the way that the flakies would catch the light and you'd see the different translucent pinks and golds and things like that bouncing off the nail. The red of the collection is called Love Is Blind. Now this one is very interesting to me. It is a Crelly. It's a very shimmery red Crelly base, and it has bright red and dark red hex glitters in it. But the really interesting thing about Love Is Blind is that it has bar glitter in it. Now I know what you're thinking. Bar glitter is a dirty word in the nail polish world. No one likes bar glitter, or should I say, there are a very select few of us that like bar glitter, and there's a great majority of us that really hate bar glitter. I can think of only 1 or 2 polishes that have bar glitter in them. I know one was by OPI that was released last year sometime, and it was holographic, but still, it's bar glitter. Bar glitter is like hair, right? So when I opened this up, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. You know, that's a really big risk to put bar glitter in a polish, and I really don't see very many, if any, indie brands doing it. So what I can say about the bar glitter in Love Is Blind is that I don't hate it. It's very interesting and unique. I think it's because there's not a ton of it in the polish, so when you're putting it on, it doesn't give that like really stringy kind of you know, hairy look to your nail. It's just one or two little bars on each nail mixed with the other glitters, and they're so sparse. All of the glitter is very sparse in here, so it just looks like it's floating in the nail. It just looks like it's, you know, floating in that crelly, and it actually has a very nice result. So I did 3 coats of Love is Blind, and that was just because I wanted a little bit more glitter than 2 coats gave me. But at 3 coats, I felt like it was a nice mixture of base and glitter. It was nice and sparse, so you could really appreciate the shimmeriness of the base. And then I just added top coat for some glossiness. This one is my favorite of the collection. This one is Merchant of Venice. It is a medium toned pink glitter bomb crelly. Now, I was really surprised that I liked this one so much because I don't typically like pink polishes. It's not that I dislike them, I just don't find myself really gravitating towards them to put them on my nail. But this one is filled with blues and pinks and purples and a little bit of hollow glitter as well. And so it's just the perfect glitter bomb, and it's so pink and it's so girly and it's so fun. So I did 2 coats of Merchant in Venice, and it, you know, the glitter and the base, just both of those together really gave me perfect opacity in 2 coats. It was nice and squishy looking and gorgeous, and I just added top coat to gloss it up a little bit, but all of the glitter laid nice and flat on my nail, and I didn't have any trouble getting any out of the bottle. The last in the Shakespeare collection is Midsummer Night's Dream. Now, I think this one's probably going to be a fan favorite because it is just so delicate, so beautiful, so ethereal, and it's a little bit more on the unique side. So it's a lavender crelly base, and this one's a little sheer, kind of like a winter's tale. These two are very similar. One's blue and one's lavender. So the little surprise glitters that this one has in it are moons and butterflies and flowers. So the larger glitters are a little more sparse. The other glitter that it has in it, it's got purple, it's got pink, it's got gold, and they're in various sizes and various shapes. And most of those come out just perfectly on your nail. You get a ton of glitter payoff without covering up the base too much, but the larger glitters I found actually did come out pretty well on their own. I was able to get 1 or 2 moons and 1 or 2 flowers with really no problem. And you know, I didn't have to fish or anything like that, but again, I think that they're very sparse in the bottle. You're not meant to get a ton of them out. You know, it's supposed to be a little surprise. Now, the larger glitters are also iridescent, so they just sort of surprise you in certain lights. You don't really see them super well on the nail all the time. So that's kind of nice because it doesn't block out your base and make it, you know, too much glitter, but it just catches it in certain lights. So this one was another one of my favorites. I did 2 coats of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I did 2 coats and I could still see my visible nail line. It was a little bit more opaque than A Winter's Tale, so that's why I only used 2. But again, I still kind of liked my visible nail line showing because it just gave it that, you know, more ethereal look, more delicate and feminine look. So what I really like about this collection and other polishes from My World Sparkles is that you sort of have a little bit of something for everybody, and it's open to interpretation. You could certainly layer these 2 over a similarly colored base or over a white base and get full opacity, but I really wanted to wear them the way that I thought that the maker had envisioned, which is why I wore them on their own. The last thing I have to show you is super exciting and kind of a little sneaky peeky. If you're not already a part of the Facebook fan group for My World Sparkles, it's called the Sparkleistas of My World Sparkles, and we do all kinds of fun stuff in there. We learn about sales early, we get discount codes, you know, we share swatches from bloggers there early, and we get sneak peeks of new collections. We get a lot of say-so in, you know, what maybe the next collection will have, because Elizabeth's always looking for feedback and always trying to better her brand and, you know, make sure she's got something that everybody wants. So something new that we're doing though is she has agreed to make us a group custom. Now this beautiful medium tone purple linear holographic polish is called Sparkleistas Limited Edition 2016. These are a numbered batch, so they are very, very limited edition. They will only be open for group members. Now this is special because it also has some silver micro glitter, and then it has some larger hexes of some iridescent glitter. So all of those things just play together and make this beautiful, beautiful, very unique, very special polish. But You can only get it if you're a group member. Now this is going to be launching very soon and will be open to all group members. So if you'd like to be able to get the limited edition group custom, then all you have to do is click on the link that I'm going to leave in the description box and request to join the group, and you will be eligible to purchase. The other thing that I want to share with you guys real quick before we go is just to show you one of the Pamper Gems from My World Sparkles. So each month she does a different scent and a different theme for the Pamper Gems, and this month's theme is April Showers. It smells so good. It's very fresh, very light, very springy. So the great thing about these is that they're very large, so you could actually break them in half and use them for 2 separate mani soaks, which is what I do. They're only $1.50 for one, $2.50 for a set of 2, or $3.75 for a set of 3. So the more you buy, the more that you save. Speaking of which, the Shakespeare collection is already available and launched on May 1st. It is $40 for the collection, or $8 each. So you do save about $8 if you buy the whole collection. I'm also going to list my discount code for My World Sparkles right here and down below so that you guys can save 10% off of your purchase. It's not an affiliate code, it's just a discount code for my followers. I don't make anything off of it, don't even worry about that. As always, just because these polishes were sent to me for review from the maker does not sway my opinion of them. I always give you guys 100% honest feedback on anything that I review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.
So the Shakespeare collection is a collection of 6 don't really gravitate towards pink polishes. Will you stop looking over there?